Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a guide to using rollers and what they do, why you should use them, all of that good stuff in Farming Simulator 25. First off, this video does apply to all platforms, so if you're on PC or Mac, like I am, I'm on PC, and if you're on console such as Xbox or PlayStation, this will apply to you. I'm also not using any mods, and I'm using only base game equipment and base game settings, so if there's a bunch of crazy mods out there in the future, this is not going to necessarily talk about them, though most modded rollers in the future should work the same way. But again, all base game stuff here, so if something's not working for you, it's not because this video is inaccurate, it's because you're using mods or something is different. So anyhow, okay, up in the upper left hand corner, you'll be able to see all my controls on the help menu there. PC, you can toggle that on and off with hitting F1. If you are on PlayStation, Mac, or console, you go into general settings, you can turn your help window on. Make sure you have that on. I can't give you the console controls or anything like that because I don't have a console controller. I don't know any of those console controls or anything like that, but up in the upper left hand corner, that'll help you with the PC stuff. So yes, now let's talk about when you would roll. So first off, rolling is something, if we go into the main menu here, go up to soil composition, rolling is something that's never turned off in here. It's always on there. So if a field needs rolling like ours does here, it'll have this kind of light blue hint over it. You don't have to roll if you don't want to. It's totally optional. The benefits to rolling, there's a couple kind of big benefits here. First off, if you have stones on the field, only small stones, but if you have stones nonetheless, a roller can push those back into the ground, so you don't have to deal with stones. If you have stones turned off, which you can turn off if you go into game settings, if you have fieldstone turned off, you don't have to deal with those, but we have it turned on for the sake of what we're doing. If you have medium or large stones, which will be orange or red, this cannot push them back into the ground. So just be aware of that. But needs rolling and has stones on it, we can fix these two problems here. If you do roll a field, it will give you a 2% yield bonus. So it's not really super great, but if you have to take care of the stones anyways, it might be worth it to go across and do it. That is one way to do it. You typically roll right after you plant a crop. So you have wheat here planted, hasn't grown yet. Now is the perfect time to roll it. And if you go up to the field as well, down the bottom right-hand corner, it does say needs rolling. If you don't have that field info tab on there, go into your settings, go to general settings, and make sure you have field info turned to on. If you have that off, it's not going to be there, but if you go into general and have that turned on, you'll see that field settings or that field info down there at the bottom right-hand side. And that'll give you a lot of good information down there. So there we go. Now we do have a roller here. There's a couple of them in the game here. If we go into the menu and then we scroll down to yield improvement, we have a category called rollers. We have two rollers in here. They both do the same job. This one is crazy big, 27.7 meters wide, runs at 8 miles an hour. This one's only 12.3 meters wide and runs at 7 miles an hour. Make sure you do have a tractor with the horsepower requirement. This one requires 120, this one 275. So just be aware of that. This one, I cannot overemphasize it, is absolutely massive. It would be oversized for our field for sure that we're working on. And also too, I'm going to do a separate video on grassland rollers. This is the grassland roller. It has a completely different function and is used for grass work only. I will do a separate video on that, so don't be looking for information here on that. We are talking about these rollers in here and what they do for regular crops, not grass. So just be aware of that. Okay, now that I have a roller, I'm going to get in here, turn on my engine. I just need to unfold my roller, drive out to my field here. Then once my roller is unfolded, it's X to unfold the roller, by the way, or X to unfold any piece of equipment in Farming Simulator. Should give it a second so it actually drives appropriately. But there you go. Now it is down. I can lift it up. Well, I guess I can't lift it up right now unless I fold it back up. So it is down once you unfold it. But when I start driving over the field, you can see it changes the texture a little bit and it is pushing those stones down. So if I go into the map, you can see rolling is no longer required and it's pushing those steel stones out of our way. So it's pretty effective in terms of that. Actually works quite nice. And gives you a little yield bonus. So if you didn't want to deal with stones, which again, I'm going to talk about stones in a completely separate video, but if you don't want to deal with stones and wanted to get a little yield bonus at the same time, as long as they're small stones, this is the good way to do it. I typically don't roll my fields because it seems like more work than it's worth for a 2% yield bonus, especially when fertilizing. Each fertilizer state gives you a 23% bonus. So it just doesn't seem worth it to me, but it might seem worth it to you, especially if you have little stones in your field. So there you guys go. Very quick and easy video to follow. Hopefully that gives you some information about rolling and gives you the ability to make an informed decision on whether you want to do it on your farm. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.